So I got my hands on a Lorwyn Eclipsed booster box. The play boosters. And now I'm going to open them. No hiss. Actually gonna have to do something real fast. There we go. Need to use my phone for a second there. Scan here to discover the coolest cards. Learn more about collectible treatments in Lorwyn Eclipsed. And it is Kick again who decided to fucking be loud. And also Bot on Kick. Hello, Bot. Going to dumpster you. Ban him. Bot RTA speedrun. How many seconds was that? Not many. So that's the archetypes, the draft archetypes at least, that they say. Merfolk, goblins, Kithkin, elementals, elves. I'm looking for some elves and some goblins today. Some say you can just find them wherever. There was a box topper, and it is somewhere among my things. I'm gonna just go grab it. I had it slotted in for safekeeping in a deck box that has a commander deck I use pretty frequently. Yep. So the harmonized crescendo. In case anyone wants a big view of it. Choose a creature to grab, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. For the cost, the Convoke makes it more manageable. But like it's not that that crazy of a card. But it's not bad either, which is kind of how I feel Lorwyn is as a set. Is nothing's really super crazy, but also nothing's really bad either. Got me a sip of water before I continue. These first three. Oh wait, these are okay. Good, they are. They are kind of random. I was about to say, top to bottom, are they gonna be literally the same set or same art on the boosters? Might be one of them accidental ones where it messes up. Run away together. Oh, it's a cute one. Timid shield bearer. Midnight tilling. You just start piling them up in different spots. Feed the flames. Vile boggart. Should probably do it the other way around. Fairy token. Feisty spikeling. Unicorn shapeshifter. Rooftop percher. Lisalana dignitary. Flame braider. Crib swap. Glamour gifter. That name. Winnowing. And my foil is the Noggle Robber. This card can make some nasty combos with itself, especially. Ooh, foil planes. I do like this land. It kind of. It's kind of got that where the light is where the if this one can see it better. Nah, I got the ring light that's gonna be in the way there. But like where the lights are is where the hollow shows up the best. Yeah, then a goblin and a fairy. You know, I'll probably have to start a pile somewhere of those. Tweeze. What's a giant hair? God, I don't enjoy that. It's pulling on a single giant hair. Like it makes my nose wrinkle. Blighted Blackthorn. It bears forbidden fruit. Unexpected assistance. Draw 3 cards, discard the card. Reluctant down guard. A less Alana Informant. Foraging Wicker Maw. New Scarecrow. Karath Zealot. Perfect Intimidation. Where does... Oh no, for a second I thought the camera froze, it didn't. Thought Left Charge. Thirst for Identity. Thought Left Imbuer. Bloodline Bidding. Aquatex Defenses. Normal Mountain. And a Omni token. Or sorry, double face token card. And welcome in, Vinyl. I saw you there. I just wanted to get through that pack without breaking the flow. Yeah, Lorwyn's actually a remake set kind of deal. And the hint kind of towards the old lore of it is from the Lissalon Informant. While they're no longer the dominant power on Lorwyn, elves still revel in the looking down on others. So with the old lore of Lorwyn was elves saw everything else as what they called eye blights. And were genocidal. Trying to wipe out everything that wasn't elvish because they were too ugly. And no, nothing's too valuable's happened. I've just now started. Last time you played was when Time Spiral went out. That's about that's a couple years after Lorwyn. The original Lorwyn. Eclipsed just came back out and has brought a lot of people back in. And don't worry, your chats aren't appearing because my social stream broke and I don't want to individually try to merge all the chats. I'm going to have to update that once the stream is done. Vinyl with the roast. Ancient History. Sundap Celebrant. Great Forest Druid. It's a tree. It's a tree that taps for mana. Flame Chain Mauler. Heirloom Ante. Glamourmite. Gold Metal Nomad. Another Rooftop Percher, we've seen it before. Kindle the Inner Flame. Izzet is going to be really solid from this set. Rhymecline Recluse. Pyrrhic Strike. What is going on in that one? I think it's a knight getting eaten, but he kills it by killing it. Like, it's a bit hard to tell. Pummeler for hire. You got the bola. Oh, Brigade Klekhan's Heart. That's one of the teased cards that they were really big on. Whenever this creature enters or transform Brigade Klekhan's Heart, create a 1/1 green-white Kithkin creature token at the beginning of your first main phase. You may pay green if you do transform Brigade. Brigade Doan's Mind. Add X green or X white, where X is the number of other creatures you control at the beginning of your first main phase. You may pay white if you do transform Brigade. And a Virulent Emissary in Hollow. Death touch whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Look at the way the Hollow's done on that, though. And it has Death Touch. So it's like a poison flower. And then here's the art land. It's almost storybook. I basically only played, I think the name of the category is for fun. I never won around. Sounds like you played Commander. Yeah, there's Eternal formats. Got a treasure token and an elf. An elf treasure. Another Great Forest Druid. A Flame Chain Mauler. Another Heirloom Ante. Glamourmite. Gold Metal Nomad. Foraging Wickermaw. Kolrath Zealot. Silvergill Mentor. Requiting Hex. You have Blight, Destroy. Target creature mana value 2 less of the spell position. Cost is paid, you gain 2 life. That's just a nice piece of removal. Another Noggle Robber. Book of Doran. Feature of his granted and signs combat power equal to. Not a bad card. A Blood Crypt. These are where the value in the set lies. That is one of the expensive cards, not really too expensive. Let me just Miss Meadow Council. Foil Plains. Yeah, Blood Crypt for Lorwyn can go for $9 if it's the R0262. Which I believe that is it. So that's a $9 card. Treasure Elf. Boggart Prankster. Runaway Together. Timid Shield Bearer. Midnight Tilling. Feed the Flames. Vile Boggart. Gravelgill Scoundrel. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Boggart Cursecrafter. Protective Response. Eclipsed Flamekin. Oop. Tristan's Command. That foils the Cold Wrath Zealot. And another Plains. Legacy, the name. Legacy was the name of the category. Well, Modern, Vintage, Pioneer. I mean, Legacy is just any time you're playing something that's not the standard, though, isn't it? Elf token. Kithkin token. Tweeze. Blighted Blackthorn. Unexpected Assistance. I'm going to move this camera up just a little bit. Oop. But now you can see it. Unexpected Assistance. Reluctant Doengard. Lissalana Informant. Changeling Wayfinder. Stoic Grove Guide. Actually, that's a multicolor. Voracious Tome Skimmer. She spoils the book before you read it. Ha ha ha, get it. Explosive Prodigy. Haven't seen that one yet. Encumbered Regiri. Eridri. Overgrown Tomb. Here's another one that is about $10. Price will probably drop very quickly. Actually, it's a shock land, so probably not. Bloodline Bidding. Summit Sentinel. He looks kind of like a devil, but he's an elemental. Ooh, Foil Swamp. Yeah, there's a lot of decks that can do that. There's some that'll kill you on turn 1. Especially in Vintage. Elf and a Kithkin again. Silvergill Peddler. Gold Medal Nomad. And Great Forest Druid. Flame Chain Mauler. Heirloom Ante. Prideful Feastling. This guy's got like a hair of snakes. Chitinous Graspling. Got an Eclipsed Realm here. Hovel Hurler. Kithkeeper. Reese the Evermore. Oh shit. Glen Alondra Guardian. Check out that full art. Or, well, mostly full art. Barbed Bloodletter. It's a black card. And other planes. I'm getting a lot of planes lands. And so we got a fairy and a goblin token. Bone Club Berserker. It's +2/+0 for every other goblin you control. That guy can get big fast. Bog Slither's Embrace. Temporal Cleansing. Riverguard's Reflexes. Wildvine Pummeler. Flamekin Guildweaver. Spiral into Solitude. Kindred Enchantment Elf. Surveil 1. Sacrifice I'm trying to create X 2/2 black green elf tokens. Elf cards in your graveyard. Huh, okay. Interesting. Iron Shield Elf. It's an interesting one. It's got a... So there aren't dwarves in this setting, but it's the Flamekin that are kind of that. Flamekin Metalcraft says many an elvish life, but mortally wounds their pride. Klatchen Festival. Lasting Tarfire. Kinscare Sentry. Champion of the Weird. Creature Goblin Berserker. As initial cost casts a spell, behold a goblin and exile it. You pay 1 life, blight 2. Target opponent blights 2, activate only as a sorcery. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to its owner's hand. Interesting. And a Schwamp. Got us a Schwamp. Merfolk. Shapeshifter. Some elves so cling to the old ways of treating others, assert perfection. This is what I was talking about, the Eye Blight thing. Where they want to destroy everything not elf. Burning Curiosity. Bilevile Boggart. Another runaway together. Liminal Hold. It's kind of wild art on that. Gangly Stompling. He just out here having fun. Chitinous Graspling. Or Chitinous Graspling. Wanderwine Farewell. Boggart Mischief. So I've got 2 Kindred enchantments, and that one's for Boggarts. Or Goblins. Moonlit Lamenter. The creature enters a -1/-1, remove a counter, draw a card. Soulbright Seeker. Behold an elemental or pay +2. Target shooting ability is trampoline. This is the third time this ability resolved. Add 1, 2, 3, 4. So give 3 things trample. You'll get 4 mana. Spry and Mighty. He out here riding his Treekin. Wary Farmer is my holographic. And a mountain. And I'm betting this one's about to die. No, it's going down slower than I thought it would. Mutavault token. I've not seen this one. And an elk. I do like the elk. The art of that elk. So far, I've got mostly, I think either white or the multicolored. Silver Gilt Peddler. Gold Medal Nomad. Another great Forest Druid. Flame Chain Mauler. An Heirloom Ante. Moonglove Extractor. Another Foraging Wicker Maw. Bristlebane Outrider. Meander's Guide. Tap another until you return target creature mana by 3. Oh, cool. So that's some recursion there. Goat Nap. Gain control of target creature on the turn. So that target creature gains haste. So the end of the turn, if that creature is a goat, it also gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. I have a card, the Goat Nap as well, that has a goblin on it. I wonder if I should just reach down and grab it, because it's right near me. Do it after this set. Oh, Steam Vents. Another Shockland. This one's probably about $9 too. 9 or 10. A Hollow Heirloom Ante. And a Mountain. I'm going to do 2 things. Let me first look up that Steam Vents. I have it already pulled up actually. $9.88 is what it's worth. And then I was literally working on putting together a goblin deck. I didn't even think about Lorwyn Eclipsed when it was coming out, that it was going to be going back to some of the old styles. And I was actually at a place called McKay's, and they had a bulk boxes that people had sold. Here's Goat Nap with a goblin on it, and there's Goat Nap with a giant on it. Quite literally a full reprint, just different art. And I knocked over a empty can of Pepsi. Treasure. We got a treasure. And a Kithkin, and I spoiled Bone Club Berserker, we've seen him. Another Bog Sliver, we've seen it. Temporal Cleansing, we've seen it. River Guard Reflexes, we've seen it. Pummeler, we've seen it. Icy Spikeling. Rooftop Percher. Squawk Roaster. The number of colors among permits you control. Tangle the chirps and flames run by, his eyes lit up. I want one, he whispered. It's like a chicken fire tornado. Unbury. The heck? A well-aged boggart body is steeped in magics richer than any fey glamour. That's, okay. Unwelcome Sprite. Rhymefire Torque. Oko, Lorwyn Liege. At the beginning, this is. I hope he's not as bad as he usually is. Up to one target creature gains all creature types. Plus one next target creature -2/-0 until the turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay green if you do transform Oko. Oko Shadowmoor Scion. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blue if you do transform Oko. Mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. Create a 3/3 green elk creature token for -3. Choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control. That chosen type gets +3/+3 vigilance and hexproof. Oko, you're going to be causing problems again. Unexpected Assistance is my foil. And a Swamp. We got us a Swamp. Another Assert Perfection. We have seen it. Burning Curiosity. Bile Boggart. Runaway Together. Liminal Hold. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Eat Shimmer. That's a full art. Create a token on this copy target creature so it has haste, and at the beginning of your end step, exile this token. Protective Response, we've seen. Boggart Cursecrafter, we've seen. Thoughtwith Lieutenant. Oh, another art. Eclipsed Marrow. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a merfolk, plains, or island card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's kind of storybookish. Fletcherwing Nuisance. Is that like riding a stag beetle? It's got the deer horns on it. Burden Stoneback. Creature enters 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Remove counter from creature. Target creature gains indestructible until the end of the turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. An Art Planes. And a double side. Okay. A fairy token. And a Goblin, Fairy Goblin. Fairy Goblin parents. Dawn's Light Archer, a Flash Reacher, 4/2. Makes people worried about what happens whenever they go to attack with a flying and your field's empty. Say, nah, I'm gonna smack you pretty good. Brambleback Brute. Creature 2, -1/-1 counters on it. Taking capable with every village he raised. Huh. Scarblade's Malice, got an elf. I think I have an old card of that. Blossom Bind. This one's just like a tap a card forever. Gallant Foul Knight. He's riding chicken jockey. Furdock Core. Counts as a creature. At 1 mana of any color, this artifact is a 4/4 artifact, and it's also a changeling, so it would trigger everything. Miss Meadow Council again. Gut Splitter Gang. Being first main phase, you may blight 2. If you don't, you lose 3 life. So it comes in pretty early. It's a 4 for 6/6, but then you gotta choose: do you want to keep it on the field, or do you want to make it weaker every turn? Springleaf Drum, tap and untap creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. It's a mana filter. It's kind of expensive. Rhyme Chill. I feel like it's a different art than the other Rhyme Chill. Figure of Fable. Pretty. Adept Water Shaper. I put that in the wrong spot. Appeal to Airdew. The holographic on that. And an island. Worm token. And Merfolk. Dawnhand Eulogist. Stratosaur. It's a land cycler. Appeal to Airdew. Surly Farrier. Is that his hand? Cinder Strike. Mischievous Sneakling. Stalactite Dagger. Create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter token creature with changeling. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 as all creature types. Dawnblessed Pennant. This artifact choose one of the types. Whenever permanent control type, you gain 1 life. Sacrifice, return target card chosen type from a graveyard to your hand. Interesting. Recursion. Shimmer Wild's Growth. Enchantland. As this warrior enters, choose color. Enchantland, it is the chosen color. Whenever the Enchantland is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional mana. That's not a bad card at all. Deep Channel Duelist. Beginning of your end stepped. Untap target Merfolk. Twin Flame Travelers. This one has been spoiled so much, like it was everywhere. For triggered ability, another almost you control triggers trigger an additional time. Like just a bunch of triggers. Brigade's Command. Equating Hex. I've already seen this one. This is just my foil. And another Full Out Forest. Nice. And we got a Shapeshifter and a Merfolk. Glamite. Sun Dappled Celebrant. We've seen Assert Perfection. Never really showed it up here. Yeah, the elves also have horns for some reason. Another Brambleback Brute. Dream Caesar. Wonderwine Distractor. Iridot Core. Shimmer Creep. Interesting. Moon Vigil Adherence. Send over the entire plane, bring it on ready to the dream domains. Creatures +1/+1 for each creature you control, and each creature card in your graveyard. Oof. Giant Fall. Target creature controlled deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Destroy target artifact. It would have made more sense to me if it was toughness, like the creature fell on top of it and it's the toughness of it. Ever Strikes Gift. Ever Strikes Gift. Interesting. Key roll attentive first year. So with this thing, there was some kind of like Strixhaven crossover, like the students from Strixhaven appeared and showed up. Omni Changeling. Upcast Convoke. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it has Changeling. So this is a good card to copy other things. And we just have a full art planes. It was starting to sag. It slowly does that over time. We got us an elf. Grab up some of these. This one was such a clean tear, I might keep it for memory's sake. Anyway, Elf, Kithkin, Flamekin Guildweaver, Dawnhand Eulogist, Stratosaur, Appeal to Eardew, Surly Farrier, Cinder Strike, Prideful Feastling, Kitness Graspling, Illusion Spinners. Actually, I might want to look at that one up top. It is cool looking. They're like the Pan's Labyrinth type fairies. Gnarlbark Elm. It's kind of interesting. Sting Slinker. Gloom Ripper. When a creature in target you control gets X0, turn where X is the number of elf cards control plus the number in the graveyard. Huh. Blighted Blackthorn is the hollow. Ooh, followed by a hollow land. That one opened like a fish into threes. Got me a Glamourmite, a Sun Dappled Celebrant, Assert Perfection, Brambleback Brute, Dream Caesar, Spiral into Solitude, Colrath Zealot, Swat Away. Spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you on our target spell, or put the choice on the top or bottom of their library, dude. That'd be Vinebred Brawler. Creature must be blocked if able. Whenever this creature attacks another target elf control gets +2/+1 until the end of the turn. And soon became exquisite in the eyes of the elves. Kindle the Inner Flame. Mirrormine Crown. As long as equipment is attached to a creature, that first time you attack, create one more tokens each turn. You may instead create that many tokens that are copies of equipped creatures. So this would be good for token decks if they want to have a bunch of the same thing. Twilight Diviner. When this creature enters Surveil 2, whenever one or more of your creatures you control enter, if they entered, cast one of your create a token that's a copy of one of them. This ability triggers only once each turn. Interesting. Bark of Doran. As long as the equipped creature's toughness is greater than its power, assign combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. That's basically what Doran does, the actual legendary creature. And God, it is a shiny card. Followed by a foil mountain. And a double back token. The double back tokens are actually going to mean something for once, due to how often some of the stuff might be flipping. Got me an elf and a Kithkin. Got Dawn's Light Archer, Brambleback Brute, Scarblade's Malice, Blossom Blind, Gallant Fell Knight, Stalactite Dagger, Mischievous Sneakling, Dundulin Weaver. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent card from graveyard to your hand. Darkness Descends. These are -1 counter generators. Warren Torchmaster. You may comment on your turn, you may blight 1. When you do, target creature gains haste until the end of the turn. And Turdosting. Spell Snare. Classic. A spell, behold Merfolk and exile it. Whenever this creature becomes tap up to one target creature and put a stun counter on. When this creature exits the battlefield, return card to the hand. Guiltleaf's Embrace. I feel like this guy in the promo art, had an axe that was a leaf. But it's a solid card. It's a flash enchantment that gives indestructible for a turn. Plains. Oh. Got us a treasure and a Kithkin. Safe right cavalry. Reckless ransacking. Scarblade Scout. Aquatex Defenses. Shore Lurker. Somehow it's a merfolk with flying. Unforgiving Aim. Destroy target creature with flying. Destroy target creature enchantment. Create a 2/2 black-green elf creature token. Gravelgill Scoundrel. Chaos Spewer. It's like a boar. Pitiless Fists. Creature present. It's literally catch these hands the card. Bro, this is like a catch straight up. Pitiless Fists. Chain creature fights up to one target creature your opponent controls, and you get +2/+2. It's straight up. Just catch these hands the card. Shrine Striker. Or Shine Striker. Wanderbrine Trapper. Oh wow, that is a Vibrant Vibrance. When this creature enters, if 2 red were spent to cast it, this creature deals 3 damage to any target. When this creature enters with 2 green, cast and search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, gain 2 life. You can evoke it. Unforgiving Aim. And another Hollow Forest. Shapeshifter. And a Merfolk. Our Bloodletter. Wild Unraveling. Counter target spell. Keep Out. Crossroads Watcher. Ranged Flamecaster. Wary Farmer. Flaring Cinder. A spell with mana value 4 or greater. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. I'm losing myself, realizing my true nature. Blister Baron. It's an oofy. It's an oof. Graveshifter. When this card is you may return target card, creature your graveyard to your hand. We'll see a changeling at the funeral, meaning they won't be forgotten. Puka's Eye. Draw a card, then choose a color. The artifact becomes a chosen color. Draw a card, activate only if there are 5 color among permanents you control. Boulder Dash deals 2 damage to target. Tam, Mindful First Year. Gorgon Wizard. Each other creature you control has hexproof from its colors, from each of its colors. Target creature you control becomes all colors until the end of the turn. What are the odds? What would What are the odds and what should you like them to be? I don't really see the... It's not really snake hair, is it? It'd be like half. Oh, that is a card. When this creature enters, look at your top 4 cards of the library. You may reveal an elemental island or mountain card from among them, put them in the hand, put the rest of them on the library in random order. Eclipse Flameclin. God. This one's just hard to see, even in person. And the planes. Got us an elf. And a Kithkin. I actually hit something there. Liminal Hold. We've seen. Dawn's Light Archer. Burning Curiosity. Scarblade's Malice. Blossom Bind. Gangly Stompling, Miss Meadow Council, Boggart Mischief, Moonlit Lamenter, and I did it again with Miss Meadow. Catch These Hands, Soulbright Seeker. I've already talked about that one. Grub Storied Matriarch. Here's the one I wanted for a Goblin Commander. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Grub, Storied Matriarch, return up to 1 target Goblin card from the graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay red if you do transform Grub. Whenever Grubs attack, you may blight 1. If you do create a tapped attacking token that's a copy of a blighted creature, except it has at the beginning of the instant sacrifice this token. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blank whatever, transform Grub. Reluctant Doing Guard. Swamp. Alright. I think we're almost done here. Yep, we're down to the last 2, 4, 9 cards. Yep. A treasure token and a Kithkin. Wanderwine Distractor. Liminal Hold. Dawn's Light Archer. Burning Curiosity. Scarblade's Malice. Blossom Bind. Mischievous Sneakling. Tanafil Rhyme Speaker. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, draw a card. Dose of Dawnglow. Turn target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it's in your main phase, blight 2. Interesting. It's Oko being nice, though. Prisma Basher. Trample and Vivid. There's X creature. Control X's. Number of colors. Gathering Stone. Choose a creature type. It's an interesting card. Meek Attack. You can pay with the... Put a creature up to less from your hand on the battlefield. That creature gains haste at the beginning of your next step. Sacrifice that creature. Charge. Aim for the cuticles. Gangly Stompling. And a Full Art Mountain. Tree Folk token and a Goblin. Barbed Bloodletter. Wild Unraveling. Another Keep Out. Crossroads Watcher. Enraged Flamecaster. I Miss Meadow Council. Furdock Core. Impolite Entrance. Dark creature gets trample and haste on the turn. Draw a card for 1. This is just a solid little red bonus. Chomping Changeling. This creature is disrupt to 1 target artifact. Wretched Wretch. This creature dies if it had 1/1 counter on it. Return the battlefield under zone control and loses all abilities. That's funny. Lofty Dreams. +2/+2 plus flying and a draw. Plus Convoke. Disruptive Currents, Convoke. Draw 1 target card, non-land permanent to its owner's hands. Marrow Sky Swimmer. We've seen. And then a Forest. There are like 3 elves I was looking for specifically that are legendary creatures, and I haven't got a 1. I got the weird Anti though. Tree Folk token plus a Goblin. Another Safe Right Cavalry. Reckless Ransacking. Scarblade Scout. Aqua Text Defenses, a Shore Lurker. Spiral into Solitude. Wary Farmer. Sizzling Changeling. Once creature dies as a top card of your library until the end of the turn, you may play that card. Huh. A 3/2 for 3. Not bad. Bonus effect, you want it to die. Eclipsed Boggart. That's good for digging for goblins. Eclipsed Kithkin. Kithkin Digger. They'll be searching deep into your deck. Eclipsed Elf, cool. Elf, Swamp, or Forest. Doran, Besieged by Time. This is that dude. When you play him, whenever creature you control attacks or blocks, it gets XX until the end of the turn, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. So if you got a 0/4, it becomes a 4/4. Liminal Hold. Mountain. Alright. Getting down to the wire. Still not one of the legendary creature elves I wanted. But there's workable stuff going on. Shapeshifter. Merfolk. Elder Auntie. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 black-red goblin creature token. Did nephew speed up again? Oh good! Auntie needs to make a new batch of potions for the marrow market. And it's... little goblin kid threw up. Hit him with the... I threw up. Blight Rot put 4 -1/-1 counters. Yeah, that'd mess up anyone's day. Coldwrath Mystic. Tributary Vaulter. Other species, man. Creature becomes tapped, another merfolk you control gains +2/+0 until the end of the turn. A Gilt Leaf's Embrace, we've seen. Moon Glove Extractor. When those creature attacks, you may draw a card and lose 1 life. Sky Swimmer. Bold Weir Aggressor. God, it gives double strike to giants. Creekwood Safe Right. The creature has 3/1/1 counters on it. The beginning range of their elf card in graveyard. Base creature has a -1/1 counter on it. You remove a blight. So turn 2, it's a 2/2, but it stays exactly even as you go up in turns as long as someone's died. Target creature you control gets +2 and gains hexproof until the end of turn. Blossoming Defense. No, I think that's elf. Yeah, it's an elf. Goliath Daydreamer. He a sleepy boy. Morning Tide's Light. Personify. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its own control. Create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter. And Swamp. Looks like I'm not going to get the ones I wanted. Unfortunate. Treasure. Elf. Got an Unforgiving Aim. Elder Ante. Another Blight Rot. Cold Wrath Mystic. Tributary Vaulter. Guiltly Flaring Cinder we've seen. Flock Imposter, dude. What the this creature enters return up to one to another target creature you control to its owner's hand. Bro. What is that? Reaping Willow. Huh. He's got an interesting effect. Deals 4 target damage, creature of Planeswalker. Seer. Creature from tap, create a 1/1 blue-black fairy creature token with flying. Aurora Awakener. X permanent cards by the number of colors, no permanent, put any number of those permanent cards in the buffalo, put the rest of them. Dang, that's crazy. Silvergill Mentor. And an island. Anti-sentence, choose one. Target creature in hand. Non-land permanent player gets minus. Target creature's -2, -2. Oh, is that it? Another Summit Sentinel. Wanderbrine Preacher. That's some Cthulhu looking crap. Tend the Sprigs. Basically, land card put on the battlefield, tap and shuffle. If you control 7 or more lands and/or tree folk, create a 3/4 tree folk creature token with flying. It's like making babies for tree folk. Gristle Glutton. There's a little rhyme at the bottom. We've already seen a Boggart Prankster. Changeling Wayfinder. When this creature enters, you may search your library card for basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand. Not bad. Stoic Grove God we've seen. Personify we've seen. Virulent Emissary we've seen. Yeah, when it's not full, you can see his arm is just regular purple. Nightmare Sower. When a creature has spell +1 -1/-1 counter up to one target creature K figure. Interesting. It's a fairy assassin. Glenn Alondra's answer. And are all spells your opponent controls and all abilities your opponent controls create a 1/1 blue-black fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way. Holy crap. Surly Farrier. And a Swamp. And a double-sided. And we're at the final 3. Let's go. We're at the end of it. I just wanted 1 card, sir. Treasure. Githkin. Another anti-sentence. A Summit Sentinel. Wonder Brine Preacher. Tend the Sprigs. Gristle Glutton. Gangly Stompling. Chaos Spewer. Prismatic Undercurrents. When this enchantment enters, search your library for X basic land cards where X is the number of colors among permanents control over those cards, put them in your hand and shuffle. You may play an additional land this turn. That is cool. Kinsbale Aspirant. Noggle the Mind. As colors Noggle's base power toughness 1. Wow, okay. Mud Button Curse Tosser. That sounds like a slur. Like, that's a slur for a goblin. You Mud Button Curse Tosser. Damn, dude, that's a fantasy slur if I've ever heard one. Lava Leaper. It's a Frogalope. Jackalope. Foraging Wickermaw. And an island. Next to last pack. Come on, legendary elf creature. That's all I want. No, I've said it out loud. It's not going to happen. Goblin, Tree Folk. Gallant Fell Knight. Safe-Right Cavalry. Elder Ante. Blight Rot. Colwrath Mystic. Tributary Vaulter. I put the Safe-Right in the wrong spot. I don't know why. Tributary Vaulter. Evolving Wilds. These are always good to have. Moonglove Extractor. Morkant's Loyalist. It's a cool card, though. Nameless Inversion. It's 3/3 and loses all creature types until the end of the turn. Got the Omni Changeling again. Yes! This lady is who I was, one of the ones I was looking for as as a legendary elf. Whenever High Prefect or High Perfect Morkant or another elf you control enters, each opponent blights 1. Tap 3 untrapped elves you control proliferate. Activate only as a sorcery. This next to last. I am like, every time I'm opening a box and I'm wanting a specific card, if I'm gonna get it, it's gonna be the next to last or last one. Like that one time I drew I got the Dynamorphia Rexstrom in the final pack of the set it was in, and I was like, I haven't seen a single Dynamorphia. I wonder if I'm gonna get one, and I pulled it on the last pack of the last card of the last pack. This is the next to last. I've got Boggart Prankster and Island, just worthless. Worthless. I don't care about anything else now. But this is what I was looking for. I'm so happy, dude. I got the High Prefect. Can mark her off the list. There's like 2 others that there's no way I'm going to get. because they're probably just as rare, but that was the one I was actually top preference of. Fairy Goblin, Gallant Felonite, Safe Right Cavalry, Elder Ante, a Blightrot, Coldwrath Mystic, Wary Farmer. What the fuck? Manamorphose. Add 2 mana and any combination of colors, draw a card. Shit, dude. That is just a cool art. Although it does look kind of like tattoo art, I'm not gonna lie. Like someone has this tattooed on them somewhere. Pyrrhic Strike. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. Gut Splitter Gang. Rhymekin Recluse. Okay, after this, we're going to be on the... Nope. Selfless Safe Right Creature Elf Warrior. First one we've seen. This creature, choose a other permanent control of that. Type in Hexproof and Indestructible until the end of turn. That's a nice elf. Lynn Alondra Guardian. Fairy Wizard. Okay, now we're going to get into the foils. 6 command. So I've got one of all the command cards, I think. And a forest. And that's it. That's all. That's all the packs. Oh no. And that's everything. Let me turn off these and pull up something else to show you. Let's see here. Let's go with